pens. I love pens. They're so nice, especially fountain pens. Well, hello there. I'm Nimphea, also known as Ferocious and Pretty Pens, here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, you should think about doing that because I post interesting things there and funny things, and I think you'd like it. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? It's just a clickety bippity boppity boop away, I think. Boop. It's been a little while since I filmed a video, and I know I say that for every video. I won't delve too far into it, but I basically had a existential midlife, quarter life, I don't know how long people live anymore, crisis, and, you know, made some decisions of things that were important and things that I needed to work on for myself and in my life. Anyway, I digress. That's not what this video is about. What this video is about is my return. Hi, how do you do? How are you? Wee, ah, hands. I still don't know what to do with my hands. Some things just never change. This video is about the Scribo La Dotta that has been released. I purchased it in a Campunela is one of the colors, as well as the Nimphea. Yes, I bought two. I couldn't help myself. They're pretty pens. And, you know, ferocious and pretty pens. Hello, totally on brand for me. Anyway, I decided to buy both, and I bought the broad and the double broad. And I want to show you guys because Scribo's double broad is brand new to their line. If you are interested in learning more about the Scribo feel in general, the Scribo and the La Dotta are the same size for all intents and purposes. The Scribo is faceted, the Scribo feel is faceted, while the La Dotta is not faceted. So it depends on what flavor you want. Honestly, in some materials, the faceted looks better. In other materials, the non-faceted looks better. So it's up to you. But again, this is more so about the broad versus the double broad. I have a full review of the Scribo feel and how it feels in your hand. I'm so punny. And so if you're interested in that, size comparisons, etc., I will put the video somewhere up here in one of the cards. So feel free to watch that. And if you want to know more about the broad versus double broad and see these materials up close and personal, ooh, then keep watching. All right. So here are the Scribos. I have another one that's also in the feel, but I just wanted to show you the difference. So here is the feel that is dirty. Please ignore, but don't ignore. And here is the Campunela, and so you can kind of see the difference between having the facets and not. So I just wanted to show that real quick. Again, if you want to see a full-on review of that, it's available on my channel. So here we go. This one is the Campunela, and this one is the Nimphea. And as you can see, they do go together very well. And so I bought both of them. I don't have a problem. I can stop anytime I want. You don't know my life. But anyway, so these are the two pens, and this has the double broad. The Nimphea has the double broad, and the Campunela has the single broad. And I have them both inked with Kobe inks. Kobe number 56 in this one, and Kobe number 57 in this one. Sometimes the number 56 and the 57 can be a bit dry depending on the pen that they're in. So I really wanted to put these two to the test to see how they hold up with slightly drier inks, in my opinion. So let me grab some paper and we'll do a writing sample, and I'll scoot you in a little bit closer. Do you like the ink on my hands? That's how you know I'm in it for real. All right, and we're back. I'm using my normal Nebula note that has 52 GSM Tomato River paper in it. Now, nobody come after me. I know Tomato River paper is gone now, I think. If it isn't, I'm starting rumors, but From what I understand, it's gone, but I have a lot of it still, so we're gonna use it. We are going to start off with the broad in the Campunela. So this is the, oh, hold on. Human goo gets on things. Let me grab something to put underneath my hand. Yes, you heard me, human goo. All right, so we're gonna start here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing, and if you can't, then this video is completely pointless. So this is the Scribo. And I have written with this, so it's not freshly inked. So what you see is indicative of a normal ink experience. Dotta. And this is the, apologize for the shadows, trying to figure out my lighting. Oh well. And this is the 18 karat nib. So it does not have any flex. It does not have any spring. It has a little bit of give to it, but not much. Whee! So don't expect to have a flexi writing experience with this. If you want the flexi, they have their 14 karat nibs that you can get with that. And we'll do this like so. All in all, this reminds me of, I don't know, it's a little bit, I am writing fairly big, but this reminds me of a Lamy broad, quite frankly. And as you can see, it's a fairly wet nib. Even with this ink, which is Kobe number 57. I always get 57 and 56 confused as to their names. Let's Google that ish. I messed it up. Oh well. Then we'll do another set of swirls and we'll go super fast. Whee! Yeah, it's able to keep up without any issues. So that is, I forgot to put on here. Dang it. I don't want to put my hand in that. Broad. $18K. Cool. So, and that's probably out of frame, but that's okay. Now, let us play with the double browed. I'm gonna die alone and it's fine. Oh my. Now that is a double broad. Oh, that's sexy. Look at that. I can write all big and bold. Look at how juicy that nib is. Same with this one. I've written with it a bit. So it's not just freshly inked. This is the performance of the ink as usual. I apparently did not pronounce it right. I've been calling it the Nimphea, anemone, sea anemone. Oh my gosh. That is so juicy. Ah, I love it. Now, those of you that like to write with fines and extra fines and all of that stuff, this is not for you. And that's okay. Leave something for the rest of us. Whee! So this is Kobe number 56. Okay, Roko. Oh boy, that second word. Donka. And this is a double. Am I in frame? Okay, double. Broad. Holy bananas. Okay, you heard it here first. I like fat nibs and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. When a pen walks in with a pen clip in your face and a big tip and I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. Anyway, oh, I forgot to do this whole thing. Check it out. Oh my gosh. It's like a little pattern. Oh. Super wet. Now, what's interesting about this is that usually when I write with 57 and let me get you guys in focus. Usually, get you guys in focus. Now, usually when I write with 57, you don't really get to see the chromatic shading, but you do in this broad of a nib, so that's pretty. And the same thing goes for the double broad here. Look, it's still wet. I'm gonna stick my hand in it. Ah, no! But you get to see a little bit of the pink in there, and I think this broad and the double broad are both fantastic nibs, and I don't know, if you're into double broads, I think you should give it a try. Now let me zoom in on the tipping so that you can see that they are a little bit different. Do you see how the double broad, they, I don't know, did something to the very, very tip of it to get it to be not as rounded? They flattened it out a little bit, whereas they didn't do that with the single broad. Now, I wonder if that's just, I'm not a nib expert, so I don't know if that stubs it a little bit more or does what, but You can also see that the double broad just has a ton more tipping. So if you wanted to architect this, you could. But I quite frankly like the writing experience as is. So those are my thoughts on these two. And if you're in the market for them, I think you'll love them. So with that, I will hand it back to myself in the studio to wrap this up. All right. Thanks, new shit in the field, for handing it back over to us in the studio. And by us, I mean me. But I quite thoroughly enjoy these two pens. The nibs are fairly wet for both of them. I picked drier inks to put in here just to see how the nibs would do with them and the feeds, and they both did marvelously. Now, the broad isn't really all that broad in my opinion, but the double broad is wonderful. If you like juicy, if you like wet, God, this sounds really dirty, and kids, I'm talking about pens. Get your mind out of the gutter. Anyway, if you like a great writing experience and you like broad or double broad, chonky nibs because you have a big writing style, then you will love the double broad. I am thoroughly impressed, and I am going to continue purchasing Scribos depending on the new materials that they release, because I honestly, after the faceted ones, thought I was done, and I just saw these two together and I was like, oh look, they're brother and sister, I can't separate them, they have to go to the same home, which is not an actual thing, but I made it a thing. Anyway, if you are in the market for something like this, then I think that you'll thoroughly enjoy this. If this is above your price point, that's okay too. There are other examples that I can give you right now of broad, double broad writing experiences. Kaweco Sport, they do have the broad and double broad, so if you want something like that, you can, yes, get that. And I know that that's a cartridge converter, whereas this is a piston, but give and take, I guess, based off of, you know, where your price point is and what you're willing to deal with or pay for. So anyway, I recommend these. Material wise, I also recommend the double broad. I don't think you'll be disappointed, and that's all I have to say. So I hope you're all doing fantabulous, and that you're glad I'm back, because I know I am. Pew pew pew. I don't know. Anyway, don't forget, keep writing. If you want my pens and you think they're sexy, come on sugar, let me know. Do 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 do. Nimphea, nanani, nanana, boo boo doo doo, manamana, boo boo doo doo, manamana. Hide the things in the back. I'm a bat. I'm flying somewhere, I don't know where. So, editor's note / blooper reel, I literally cleaned my house for this, and I have no idea, none, where I put the pen case that has the two pens that I am gonna do the up close shots and writing samples of. So yeah, I don't know. There's things wrong with me, and that's okay, because there's things wrong with you too. So there, nana nana boo boo. I'm rubber, you're glue and stuff. Just kidding. You're wonderful, by the way. Now I have to try and remember where the frick I put the case. So if you see this video, then I found it. Yay! If you don't see this video, then why am I recording this? Okay, bye!